Just 1 minute ago, the entire U.S. credit card network experienced a massive failure, leaving millions unable to pay, swipe, or transfer money. Experts are calling it the beginning of a chain reaction that could impact banks, businesses, and everyday Americans. Warren Buffett has just issued a stark warning, saying this is just the start. If you have a credit card, debit card, or any form of digital payment, the next 60 seconds could change everything you thought you knew about your money just 1 minute ago. The U.S. credit card system experienced a massive failure that left millions of users unable to complete transactions. Major payment networks reported outages, causing a sudden halt in swipes, online purchases, and digital transfers. Merchants nationwide scrambled as point-of-sale terminals stopped functioning, and online checkout systems displayed error messages. Restaurants, retail stores, and service providers faced immediate disruptions, leaving customers frustrated and confused. Banks confirmed that the issue stemmed from a technical malfunction affecting multiple credit card processors simultaneously, though the exact details remain under investigation. Within minutes, social media erupted with complaints from users across the country, spreading reports of the outage faster than any official statement could be issued. News outlets quickly picked up the story, amplifying awareness and concern, while financial analysts began assessing the potential short-term and long-term consequences for consumer spending and merchant revenue. Payment processors rushed to restore functionality, working around the clock to prevent further chaos. But the disruption highlighted the fragility of digital financial infrastructure and the heavy reliance of Americans on electronic payments for daily transactions. Experts warn that this kind of systemic failure, even if brief, can have ripple effects across businesses, credit markets, and overall consumer confidence. Warren Buffett quickly addressed the credit card system failure with an urgent public statement, warning that the recent outage is not just a temporary glitch, but a signal of deeper vulnerabilities in the financial system. He emphasized that the speed and scale of the disruption make it unlike any previous issues he has witnessed, including smaller outages and technical failures that affected isolated networks. According to Buffett, this event demonstrates how interconnected modern financial systems are, and how a single failure can ripple through banks, merchants, and consumers in minutes. He stressed that ordinary Americans should take this seriously, reviewing their credit and debit accounts, keeping alternative payment methods ready, and preparing for potential delays in transactions. Buffett also cautioned investors and households that reliance on digital payments without backup options could lead to sudden financial challenges, particularly if further disruptions occur. He urged calm but vigilance, highlighting that while systemic collapse is unlikely at this stage, proactive measures can protect individuals from unnecessary stress and potential losses. His message was clear: the rules have changed, and everyone who depends on electronic payments must be prepared. The credit card system failure sparked immediate panic among consumers and merchants alike, leaving millions of cardholders unable to complete purchases in stores or online. Retailers and service providers scrambled to manage frustrated customers, with some temporarily suspending sales until systems were restored. Delays quickly spread beyond everyday transactions, affecting payroll deposits, subscription services, and recurring payments, leaving households uncertain about immediate access to funds. Social media exploded with real-time updates, screenshots of error messages, and first-hand reports from users experiencing failed transactions, turning the incident into a viral national story within minutes. Hashtags related to the outage trended as people shared warnings, frustrations, and tips to cope with the disruption, amplifying public awareness far faster than official channels could respond. Merchants reported growing queues and cancellations, and many small businesses faced operational stress as card terminals went offline. Analysts noted that even brief interruptions can shake consumer confidence, highlighting the fragile reliance on digital financial infrastructure in modern society. Across the country, households and businesses scrambled to find temporary solutions, including cash withdrawals and alternate payment methods, emphasizing how deeply the financial ecosystem depends on the smooth functioning of credit systems. The credit card system failure hit sectors that rely heavily on electronic payments the hardest, including retail, e-commerce, restaurants, travel, and hospitality, where card transactions make up the bulk of daily revenue. Grocery stores and gas stations also faced disruptions, forcing customers to scramble for alternative payment methods. Banks and major payment processors came under intense pressure as millions of failed transactions flooded support lines, leading to longer wait times and mounting frustration from account holders. Analysts are closely monitoring patterns of recurring outages, transaction delays, and system notifications to identify early signs of further disruptions. Some financial institutions reported increased scrutiny from regulators and internal risk teams, while merchants began tracking declines in daily sales and customer complaints as key indicators of operational stress. Experts advise keeping an eye on news from payment networks and official bank alerts, as well as monitoring social media for widespread reports, since these channels often provide the fastest insight into emerging issues. The situation underscores how heavily modern commerce depends on digital infrastructure, where a single system failure can cascade rapidly across multiple industries and regions, creating ripple effects that extend well beyond the initial point of failure. Warren Buffett urged Americans to take immediate steps to protect their finances and credit accounts in light of the credit card system failure. He recommended reviewing all active accounts, setting up alerts for unusual activity, and ensuring multiple access points to funds, such as checking, savings, or alternative payment apps. Buffett highlighted the importance of having backup payment methods, including cash reserves and prepaid cards, to maintain financial flexibility during disruptions. He advised consumers to avoid panicked spending or withdrawing large sums without clear necessity, stressing that measured actions are key to stability. For investors, Buffett suggested focusing on industries and assets historically resilient during financial instability, including essential services, utilities, and companies with strong cash flow and minimal debt. He also emphasized the value of tangible, secure investments like select commodities or diversified portfolios that can withstand short-term market shocks. Buffett's guidance is rooted in cautious preparation and long-term thinking, encouraging households to take proactive steps without succumbing to fear. By maintaining access to funds, monitoring accounts, and prioritizing financial security, Americans can navigate the ongoing uncertainty with greater confidence, safeguarding both day-to-day finances and long-term investments. During periods of systemic stress, the credit card system failure has already sent shockwaves through banks, financial markets, and the broader global economy, raising concerns about the stability of payment networks and liquidity. Banks reliant on digital transactions face operational strain, while investors are adopting a cautious approach as volatility increases across stock indices and bond markets. Analysts warned that short-term disruptions in consumer spending and delayed payments could ripple through supply chains, affecting retail, travel, and service sectors. International markets are also paying close attention, as interconnected financial systems could transmit the impact to foreign banks and trade partners, potentially amplifying instability. If left unaddressed, the failure could escalate, leading to extended delays in transactions, a surge in consumer panic, and a temporary loss of confidence in digital financial infrastructure. Experts recommend that both institutions and individuals monitor official communications, maintain liquidity buffers, and prepare contingency plans to mitigate potential cascading effects. While immediate containment measures are underway, the situation underscores how critical payment systems are to global economic functioning, highlighting vulnerabilities that could have far-reaching consequences if systemic weaknesses are not resolved promptly. Buffett's warning highlights the urgent need for Americans to protect their finances amid the credit card system failure. Consumers should monitor accounts closely, set alerts for unusual activity, and secure alternative access to funds to prevent disruptions. Now is the time to review payment methods, safeguard credit cards, and have contingency plans for both personal and business finances. Stay informed, avoid panic-driven decisions, and focus on resilient assets and industries less affected by systemic shocks. In the coming hours and days, updates from banks and experts will provide guidance on recovery, ongoing risks, and strategies to navigate this crisis. Keep watching for actionable advice to safeguard your accounts and investments as the situation evolves.